So why is it that the atmosphere in marriage usually seems to change? Like after the wedding and everything, why is it that the atmosphere seems to change when they are like couples are properly married? Why like see today I'm here to rant, so don't be looking at me like this. I'm here to ask questions, questions that I have been thinking about, questions that have been on my mind for a while now. I'm here to ask questions. So just bear with me. Don't judge. Don't judge. Just keep an open mind and go through this video, okay? So the first question I have that has been on my mind. Why is it that people that have been dating for years and years and years, or months and months and months, depending on the duration, everything goes on very smoothly during courtship, during the courting stage, during the dating phase. All you guys are vibing. I mean, you can't even do without talking to each other. If you're in the same around the same place. Like for me, I did long distance, courtship. Ours was I and my husband. We did a long distance, long distance. We did a long distance courtship. Okay, so we're always on the phone. Every time we're always talking, we're always communicating. And it's like that for most couples. They're always communicating, they're always trying to keep in touch and everything, always feeling each other. Oh, what are you doing? They always wanting to get involved in each other's life. You know what I mean? During dating or during courtship, especially when it's heading to marriage, I'm not talking about aimless dating that you're just dating and jumping around. You guys don't even know where you're going, or you guys are deceiving each other, or one person is deceiving the other person. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about courting that is leading to marriage, and the both parties are sure that this what we are doing is leading to marriage. Okay, so like I said, the atmosphere always seems very juicy, calm, even when you guys have misunderstanding, it's like you can't wait to just let me apologize, let's move on, like let's continue with the vibing, with the good times, with the gisting, and with everything. Butterflies in my belly. Oh my god. I remember for my own anytime my husband would come to Abuja, because we're never in the same states in Nigeria. Anytime my husband would come to Abuja, for official ones in a while, courtship sessions, I would always be happy, like the excitement. I would always be happy, like I would always have feelings, like beautiful feelings here and there, emotions flying here and there. In fact, but why is it that when we get married, the atmosphere seems to change? Now, this is me being very honest and open and pop and plain. The atmosphere seems to change. Everything seems to mellow down. Everything seems to begin to, like, as if they poured water on the back of the door. As if they poured water in fire. Yeah, let me use that. As if they carried water when they like fire. Everything seems to just change. And everybody is like, okay, tone down, tone down. The energy. Now, for the guys, the energy you used to pursue that babe, the energy you used to pursue that sister, that year, that energy you used to pursue her, by the time she becomes your wife, everything just goes. You're no longer interested. I understand that men are goal driven. Okay, when they set their mind to achieve a goal, they just go for it with all their energy and with all their strength at that point. And by the time they achieve that goal, that's it for them. They seem to drop it and go for the next goal. Okay, so I understand that. But why does it seem like everything just mellows down by the time we enter into the marriage proper? I've even had I've even had occasions where couple complain. I have a couple that came online to complain that the wife was complaining that my husband was not like this. Like this was the guy that was chasing me. This was the guy that was doing all the right things, saying all the right things, you know. and all of a sudden I don't attract him anymore. What's happening? Not that I'm not doing what I have to do. I'm doing what I have to do, okay, but it just feels like he's no longer interested in me anymore. He's beginning to just, act very weird and strange. Guys, if you understand what I mean, please just drop I understand in the comment section for me, especially if you have been married over time, okay, for years, 2, 3 years, 5, 10 years. Okay, me, I'm still a youngie in marriage. Okay, so I listened to a professional marriage and relationship expert that have been married for over 30 years. If you know Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo, I listened to them, and they were like, it's always like that. It's always like that. Reason being that you get to discover who the real person is. Now, during courtship or during dating, you see only what the person wants you to see. If the babe you are dating, or if the girl you're dating wants you to see the homely, oh, I'm very homely, I'm very hospitable, I'm very respectful, I'm very humble part, she will just put on the cloak and give you what you want to see, and give you what you want to see, and you will see it, and that's it, and you guys go back to wherever you came from, and she gives, what am I going to say? Yeah, he also will only show you what you want to see, tell you what you want to hear. Now, this is not being an hypocrite. This is not being an hypocrite. This is just trying to please that person you want to spend the rest of your life with. You want to please him. You want to always make him happy for the few times you meet, okay, to discuss. Because apparently you always want to be with this person. So anytime you guys have the privilege of spending time together, you want to do the right thing so you don't lose him or her. So the chances or the probability of always wanting to do everything right, always wanting to please him or her is very high. So you will not even know when you dive into the oh, let me do this, even if it's not the real you want to behave and all that. But anyway, that's where transparency comes in. But no matter how much, I don't know how to put it, you don't still see the full person. You don't still know the full person until you step into the marriage proper. Okay, until you say I do. And you now pack your bag and you now live together. Now what you see is what who the real person is, no longer what the person wants you to see. That is what you begin to see. And most of the time it's always like, okay, sister, now like this you be, brother, Zacchaeus, I mean brother Nicodemus. Is it like this that you are? So in a vex, all this while we have been dating for 1 year, 2 years, you have never vexed before. You have never gotten angry before. So in a vex like this, sister, listen. So you dey very outspoken like this. I know they know, you know. My mama will be watching this and laughing. So it's all reality. These are the realities of marriage. And one beautiful thing about it is that when you marry the right person, when you marry your best friends, when you marry your best friend, rather, all these things wouldn't be a challenge. It will pop up, it will show. But you guys will just find a way around it and then live your lives to the fullest, okay? Now, apart from that, let me leave that one. Apart from that, I want to also tip in that because I've also heard of someone that said, I'm no longer interested in my wife, like she doesn't interest me, she doesn't attract me anymore. And I wonder, apart from the part where people say, is she not the same person that, sorry about that, is she not the same person that, you were chasing? She was very attractive. Oh my God, you were always posting her pictures here and there. Apart from that aside, do you know that the purpose why God brought that person, either as your wife or your husband, into your life, that because you do not realize that purpose, you'll be acting anyhow. You'll be acting anyhow, definitely. You'll be acting anyhow. So by the time you realize that, there is a reason why we are married. Yes, it's very possible that you could have been married to some other person in the whole world. There are millions of people you could have been married to, but God chose this one for you, or but this person was the person that you got married to. So there is a reason why. If you begin to play and toy around and then act anyhow, and then you lose out on why that person is in your life, you're cheating yourself. You're not, maybe perhaps your wife that doesn't respect your husband, you talk down on him in his absence, you do all sort of things. That purpose, he can't, the purpose why God brought him into your life cannot be fulfilled, definitely, because you're not doing the right things, okay? And maybe as the husband, you're not listening to your wife, you just see her like, she's my wife, wait, what did she get to tell me? What does she have to offer? You do not know, like, if God gives most of us the privilege of seeing the future, maybe through a telescope. Wetin dey use view something from future? Na telescope, okay, telescope. If God gives you the privilege of seeing the future, you won't be acting the way you're acting. That person that you're just saying, what does she have to offer? What does he have to offer? Has a lot to offer. They themselves might not even realize they have a lot to offer, but trust me, they have a lot more to offer than meets the eye. So please, it takes a whole lot of realization, purposefulness, determination, hard work, to begin to work at these things. After wedding, all the euphoria of butterflies in my belly, spark here, spark there. When I saw him, I had a spark in my heart. All that one will die. You, the reality of marriage will begin to dawn on you, and that is when you begin to, work. And let me tell you, that is even when you begin to see the real beauty of the person you got married to, the real virtues of the person you got married to. You begin to appreciate them for who they really are, okay? And another question that I have, I used to hear, don't allow the sun to go down on you. If people have a quarrel, if people have a misunderstanding, don't allow the next day to break, or don't allow the night to, I don't know how they used to put it, don't allow the morning, the next day to come. Maybe we don't settle in the night of the previous day. Well, I don't know for you, Sha. For me, that doesn't hold true most of the time. Most of the time, that doesn't hold true. Yeah, maybe just a few times, but most of the time, that doesn't hold true for me, because guys, there are some chorus. We go bring shakara put for inside the chorus. Spice it up with shakara. Nobody, this one say I know dey gree, this one say I know dey gree, and we sleep. Sometimes it's even in the middle of the night that we forget our quarreling, and then we just cuddle up. This happens for most couples. Sometimes even the next day when you are praying, because you cannot pray with, like my husband was telling me the other day, he had a misunderstanding a few days back. And in the morning when we usually have our prayers, I was like, babe, let's pray. And he was like, you won't talk to God, we quarrel for your heart, Abby, So you can't talk to God, you can't pray and have your answers with malice or quarrel in your heart. God will definitely not answer you. So you're just deceiving yourself. So you will have no choice than to settle or to just resolve the issues before praying. So most of the time, it's not always you have misunderstanding today and you have to settle it now, now, now. It might not always be like that. Sometimes you have to give space, be silent for a while, think things over. Oh, what she said, is it actually true? What he said, is it actually true? Can I work on this? Can we get better? Communicate. Think about things. It's not, sometimes trying to settle at that point, like, it might not really work, because your partner might be kind of person that if you go now to go and say I'm sorry, you irritate the person more. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, so sometimes you just have to let things be and just chill, be quiet, just let there be some level of silence around the place. Let them, think things over, and then you can talk about it. It will make a whole lot of sense that way. Okay, you get what I'm saying. So that thing that they used to say, don't allow the sun, and you don't allow night to come without settling your quarrel. I know it's proverbial. Yeah, I know it's proverbial. But some people take it literally to mean that we must settle today. If we don't settle today, wahala go dey, and that's another fight now. So wisdom is profitable to direct, to be wise. Deal with your misunderstandings wisely. Okay? And another question that used to bother me. This one is very controversial because I will have so many slay queens and feminists coming after me. Oh. I have so many slay queens and feminists coming after me. Oh, but another question that used to bother my mind is like, why is it that people think that after marriage nothing has to change? This is who I am. You married me like that. Didn't you know that this is who I am and you married me? So why would I change? Why would I work on anything? You knew that I had this character trait. You knew that I had this habit. Why would I have to change? Don't try to change me. Leave me like that. Blah 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 blah. Auntie, no, no ma, that's not how it's done. No ma. The reason why you married that person is because his his strength, or where you find, how will I put it now? Your weaknesses are where his strength will cover. Like he has the capability of covering up for your weaknesses with his own strength, or she has the capability of covering up for your weaknesses with her own strength. So you cannot just be saying this is who I was before marriage, I mean this is who I am, I cannot change for anybody. Then you would have not gotten married. Auntie, you would have stayed like that. Bro, you would have not gotten married. If you are not teachable, marriage will not work because nobody is perfect. You have to learn to listen, you have to learn to adjust, you have to learn to be teachable, listen. Even if you're a celebrity, you're popular, or even if you're an influencer, you're a well-known, respected personality on the social media space or in the real world. When it comes to your marriage, you have to listen to your partner. Other people online or other people in the outer world, outside your marriage, and we say, oh, you're the perfect girl, like you're a virtuous woman. If I see you, I see Christ. Oh God, the way you talk, the way you dress, the way you communicate, you're so respectful. Eh? Everybody might be saying that about you, but my sister, let me tell you, if your husband cannot attest to the fact that you're actually humble, or that you're actually virtuous, or that you're actually trustworthy, or that one outside, heaven does not take it to. That one is what? Invalid. Invalid. So that is the reason why you must listen to your partner more and be subject to adjusting. Adjust. 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 Be flexible. Don't be, it's something that your partner has been talking to you about. Oh, I don't like the way you address people. I think you are rude. I think you think you're rude in some kind of way. I don't like the way you talk to people. You talk to people so harshly, and you're like, that's how I am. I don't care what people think. That's how I am. Blah 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 blah. I say, calm down, no. So, and let me not dwell on one side so that they will not say I'm biased. Let me go to the side of the men. If you're a man that over time you have built up an habit, and your wife comes in and she's like, this habit, the way I'm seeing it, because let me tell you, God has given women the ability to foresee through instinct. So women even have revelations. Yeah. God gives your wife, by virtue of her being rightfully married to you, reveal some things to her, and she's telling you this thing will not go well in the future, in the nearest future, and you are not listening. And you're not listening. Sometimes she gets fed up and she shuts out. You're on your own. Yes. And you're in danger because that the only person that is like supposed to be like your partner, like stand by you, like your strong connect. The only person that's supposed to be your strong connect has given up. It has turned around. Like since he doesn't listen, anything that wants to happen to you, let it happen. And that's very risky. Anything can happen to you. So the ability for you to always be teachable, to listen, to be flexible, it's very needed. Please do not say, I was a slave queen when I was single. Before I was married, I was slaying. In fact, there's no week I don't club. There's no week I don't go out. I must sit out. I must drink. I must do this. I must do that. And I cannot change when I got married because of this. If you think that you're... No. There are a lot of... See, marriage is deep. There are things that we do not even understand. Because guess what? The person that instituted marriage has a manual for it. When you are doing your own, you're on your own. When you are doing your own way, you are what? You're on your own. So we see most marriages not lasting these days, and we're asking a lot of questions. These are the little things. These are little things that bother, that bring issues into marriages these days. Why is it that marriages of our parents lasted more? Why? If we are going this way, what are we going to tell our kids? What when our children grow up and they are watching us, what are they going to see? What are they going to see? So you should be able to adjust. It doesn't mean that you cannot pursue your dreams. It doesn't mean that you can't do things that make you happy. That's not what I'm saying. That's definitely not what I'm saying. I don't mean that you shouldn't do things that make you happy. But consider your partner. Consider certain factors. If you have kids around, okay, what if I do this, I bring this home? How will these kids look at me as their parent? How will these kids look at me? And let me tell you, if you're having kids growing up, immediately a child loses respect for their parents. Otilo, that is it. Immediately that child loses respect for you as a parent, there's nothing in this world you will say. That child will do the direct opposite. Even if he knows that that thing he's doing is bad, he will do it to annoy you because why? What am I saying? Because why? Sorry, tautology. Why? Because that child has lost respect for you. And guess what? You are the cause of it. You are the cause of it. Children learn from reading more than listening. Children do not listen these days, so they watch. They watch what you are doing. So the way we behave, the way we act, will have a ripple effect. Will have a ripple effect on our kids and the generations to come. So if you're married, please, I want you to just tip in, say something in the comment section, about what we've talked about, and then you can give your word of advice. Because me, I'm not only learning to dish out. I'm also here to learn. Oh. I'm also here to learn. So please comment below and give us tips, especially newly married. I'm still considering myself as newly married because there are a lot of things I'm still learning. Okay, especially newlyweds like us. Please give us tips, advices, and what to do. Okay, so this will be the end of this video. May God bless our marriages. May God bless our homes. May God bless our relationships. Okay, stay blessed. Bye.